Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. Ball indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards. First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. Shotgun now for Brady. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Brady. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Good.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Lock in. Check 18.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Summary, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Touchdown, Chicago! Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game. Without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. These two teams all tied after one. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The quick slant caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
The kick is
and
good.
It's up and good.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Bears 7.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now Trubisky. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That Shaq Barrett, last year's sack leader, gets in there to register another one.
I think it's overstating it to say that he came out of nowhere. But did anyone see 19.5 sacks coming from Shaq Barrett last year? And even after he became an acknowledged guy that you had to block, he still was able to get to the quarterback. Expects to continue on that level, and there he is, adding to his total.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They try again with Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
2 on the play. It's third down and goal to go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here is Montgomery on third and goal. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on third and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
From the gun, Brady. It's caught, Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Wait, 53. Hey, 66. I got you. Check.
Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Buccaneer first down.
Wait, that wide, 80. I know he ain't got it. You go take it.
On first down, Brady. Flush to his right. And Jones has it over the middle. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Again, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, but now it'll be third down.
7 yards to go.
Brady to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Antonio Brown. Incomplete.
On fourth down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game, and I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ran, up. Watch the pass. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
The tackle by Dion Bush.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Shotgun now for Brady. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Brady again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Bears 17. Ryan Suckup.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
And turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field.
17.
It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Trubisky now to throw on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
At the 37-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Patterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Another carry for the
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check. Check out.
From the 40 now on second down. Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check. Alert.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Bucs' 19-yard line.
Now Trubisky to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Patterson on the carry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
Turnover on downs.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Brady going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got Jones hit, and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Number 32.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Eddie Pinheiro lining.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Buccaneer first down.
From midfield, here's Brady. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, They don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. On first down, Brady going for it all. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tampa Bay, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.